Right, Paul, I'm sure one of the priorities is to get the new coaching team finalised, ready for the rest of the player recruitment and pre-season training. So what's the latest on the first team coach situation?
It's good news, I think. I'm very sure it's good news. Our preferred candidate has accepted the job. We'll be starting on the 1st of July. I can't actually name him yet, simply because we haven't signed the contract, and that's partly because Mr. Godfrey is in Brazil and he's got all the paperwork. But that's not an issue. The person concerned has sorted out his accommodation in Cheltenham. We've agreed the total package, remuneration, term, etc. But I think it would be improper to make the announcement until it's been signed. I would say we did it properly. We approached his current employer and got clearance from them, with some reluctance on their part, but so we've done it all properly, and starting with us on the 1st of July. And no doubt he's probably doing some work for us already.
Yeah, is it a 1 or 2 year, can you say at the moment?
Is it?
1 year or 2 year deal at the moment?
It will be a 1 year deal.
Yeah. So once that's confirmed, you've got Steve Elliott confirmed, Mark Yates obviously, it's a 1 year deal. Is that it for backroom? Is there anything else that needs to be sorted out with regard to staff?
I think there's still one or two things. We're still finalising the arrangements regarding the video analysis, but I think that's virtually put to bed now. The fitness side of the club has got to be finalised and put to bed. I think we're going to have a much stronger management team, coaching team down there than we've had for some years. Mark has put together this new structure which the board has endorsed. Just a question of, Mark's been away for 2 weeks, and it's always that funny time of the season where, you need to all get back together. Obviously Stevie Elliott's not around at the moment, so we just need to get everybody back from their holidays, and that will happen sooner rather than later. I think the players are back in 23rd of June, I think it is, something like that.
Week today,
quite early. So lots of things will suddenly start to happen. That isn't to say that things aren't happening, because believe you me, it's been a pretty busy, close season already, not necessarily on the player side, although obviously we've made some signings there, but there's an awful lot of other stuff going on as well.
Yeah, great news about the coach set to sign, but everybody will be wondering what's going to happen with players. 2 in so far. I'm sure Mark's been working even though he's been away, so do you think things are close to happening?
Yeah, he's spoken to a player yesterday morning and he's identified a goalkeeper who he wants to bring to the club. Both I think will be excellent signings. But chatting to him, I think he's very relaxed at the moment. There's a lot of players out of contract, looking for clubs. No one's rushing. I think he's aware that following the disappointment of last season, the recruitment is just more important than ever. That he gets the recruitment spot on this year. He's not going to get everything right, but he's got to be very, very sure, given the budget, that the signings he's making are the right signings, not just in terms of ability, but in terms of how they're going to fit in with his 4-4-3-3 playing formation, but most important of all, how they're going to fit in as a squad of players working together, getting on together.
Yeah, do you think everything's going to be a lot more clear this season with regard to the players coming in specifically to fit into that system? Because there was a feeling last season that trying to get Jamie Curitan in, trying to play 4-4-2, not quite working out what the best formation was. Do you think it will help now that he knows how he wants to play, and now he's looking for specific players to fit into that system?
I think that's definite, and I said all along, as long as we last season that we'd made some mistakes, something Mark would hold his hand up to. But as long as we learn from those mistakes, then that's fine. And I think you made an absolute right point. Now we know the system we want to play. We need to fit the players into the system rather than get players because they're available and then try and fit them into a system or put a system around them. Can't work like that. So I think we've gone about it in the right way.
Yeah, I don't want to fire too many specific names at you because obviously things are ongoing, but Luke Summerfield is available, popular player 2 seasons ago. Is his name been mentioned?
I'm not even going to talk about names, John, simply because I don't know any names. But Luke, obviously a fantastic player for the club. We were very, very excited when he went. Who knows? I'm not sure. Mark hasn't mentioned Luke to me. I didn't know he was available. Shrewsbury obviously making quite a few changes in their personnel, like we are. And Luke's obviously not got a new contract. Not in a way, a bit of a surprise perhaps. But I don't know what his injury record was last year. So.
Okay. I'll just talk to you about budget. Has it been finalised? Mark knows exactly what he's got to work with, and is it a slightly more challenging one than this time 12 months ago? Because obviously crowds were slightly
Yeah,
lower.
yeah, you're right on all of that. It is a slightly more challenging budget, but Mark does know his budget, and that's the budget that he's working to. We had to be. It's going to be a tricky season. We know that the investment money we had now is starting to run out. We know that cash flow is going to start becoming tight again. So we've got to be prudent. Its sponsorship is proving made very difficult again this season. We've lost a stadium sponsor and 2 stand sponsors and the back of shirt sponsor, all for very genuine reasons. Businesses closing or moving away or being acquired. But obviously it's very, very difficult to replace those big sponsorships. It's great that we got Mara on board again as our main sponsor, and 2 of the stand sponsors are sorted out, but we've still got a lot of big deals still to do, and that's proving a challenge at the moment.
Yeah, obviously stadium one's a big one, which you could have made probably a lot more money out of it at the time, but you were desperate for money at the time. 5 years have gone by. Are you close to naming a stadium sponsor?
Nowhere near. Haven't got anybody. We've obviously put proposals to different businesses, but at the moment, no, we are struggling. And if there are any businesses out there would like the stadium to be called after their business, it's a fantastic profile. I'm happy business. We've enjoyed really great profile, on TV.